it out this year.
Yeah. Plenty of time. Here's Rizzo looking to take.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 6, game 5 of intermediate A games. We have little splash from the past here. Pepega Parrots versus Bot Burgers. Both teams in season 1 had a little bit of a rivalry going on. I'm pretty sure both these teams are 2-2, if I'm not wrong. Terrence, what are you expecting from this game?
I don't know how Bot Burger's doing, but I think they're like lower on the power rankings than Pepega, even though they might have the same record. Like you said, it is a splash from the past, a rivalry from season 1 that was the top 2 teams in novice facing each other to just see who's better. And now in Division A, basically the same thing.
Okay, so they are both 2-2. Bot Burgers have a +1 map diff. Pepega has -1. Yeah, people when playoffs started last season, they assumed that it would be these two teams in the finals. But then Platchat happened and kind of ruled everybody. So this is it won't quite be the finals match that we all wanted from last season, but they finally get to go head to head and get
these
some
two
bragging
teams,
rights.
just looking at the players, a lot of season 1 and season 0 veterans, especially on Pepega and on Bot Burgers actually. Likes of Sloth, who's on Bot Burgers season 1, Painless, who's on DC and Platchat, I think, and like Jemima, Penguin actually on Bot Burgers facing his old team.
Well, he's a manager, but
yeah, and yeah,
there's a lot of big names from last season on Pepega, like Kizgo, Chicken, Tanic B. If you played in other leagues like Toker or CSC, you know about Geno's. Sherlock's relatively new, I think, but
yeah.
A lot of big names in this game here, but I think
his goals are.
I don't know. I think I feel like, at least from my opinions from the beginning of the season, Pepega's kind of like underwhelming. Like I thought they'd be a top team in the league just based on who they've had. But when I look at the standings, saw they were 2-2. I was a little disappointed. Like, you have the same feeling at the beginning of the season, or?
Yeah, it's just one of their losses was really unfortunate. Because of lack of players, lack of participation from their team. But other loss, I think it was well played. It was a close game, I think. So Pepega can stand to the best teams of Inter A, but unfortunately, their record just doesn't show it for them right now.
Yes, we do see Busan giant drum map. Both teams mirror and commentary as they choose to go left side high ground. You don't want to give up the high ground for free. Nice Maywa coming for Tanic. Another huge anti. See if they could clean up any of these kills. They do get Spartan 108. That's a huge amount of heals down. And the kills are all going for Pepega Parrots here as Kizco loses his mech and the pilot over there. But overall, really clean first fight there from Pepega.
That was a really good wall from Tanic there. Just able to split off the team, isolate the tanks, and the nade just hitting the ground from Sherlock in front of the team, able to get like 3 or 4 naded, and off that they just got picks, and those picks just won them the fight.
You just compare the ult charges. Like Viper is already at 90, Silver's only at 60. Spartan did catch up to Sherlock a bit there, but a few seconds ago he was kind of getting a lot more ult charge. But they have the point control, so they kind of get to dictate how they want to play. They want to play aggro or defensive. They do want to play aggro. Get the wall. Neither wall is really fighting too much value. Nice little anti, but Viper gets charged from Silver Arrow there. That's a huge piece up with Pepega Parrots down and seeing if they can turn this fight somehow, as we do see Kisco is in the backline. Does return to safety with his team. No ults online yet. Spartan does have the nano. See if he just has to use it. Takes down Phone. The Ana taking down the McCree. That's huge. And nano comes in from Spartan. And I think Bob Burgers are going to be able to turn this with that nano help there, as Sherlock was not able to use his for whatever reason. And Bob Burgers are able to flip the point. And after a few more staggers.
But good investment on ults, because Sherlock saving the nano might have actually been better than just trying to use it and win that fight and just waste the nano on the last fight. Because Pepega, they have basically all of their ults right now.
It is. They have 6 ults. Like they can. Well, so does Bob Burgers. Pretty much have 6 fights or 6 ults from both sides, except the nano from Spartan. So we could see Pepega can take this, get like if the user ult's smart enough, they can like take it with 3 and then hold with the other 3. So I'm excited to see how they want to do this. Looks like they're pathing right side. Nope, they're going right down main. Just gotta watch out for this wall here. I think whatever team uses their ults first will win. Bomb into the backline, not find anything. Everybody's pressing Q. Charge into the backline. Another Q. All the Qs coming down. Chicken gets 2 with his Deadeye. Viper takes down the Reinhardt as the kills are going for Pepega. They did use more ults, but you know that's how Overwatch works. You know, usually whoever presses more Qs will win the fight. They have the lonely nano to win this next fight here, though.
Okay, but the May ult from Boppergers is a fight winner unless Kisco is able to eat that and both the high noon, which is a lot of pressure on the Diva to do. But the nano could help alleviate some of that by just putting some of the pressure onto the Rhine. And if they focus their Rhine down, that would... The nano on the Rhine could just swing and do so much damage. A massive...
Phone is on the high ground. Big... Oh, Kisco trades his own life, though. Big shatter from Viper. Got that so fast. Gets 2 with the fire strike. It's relatively even on point right now. The nano is on to notice. He's just cleaning up point as Boppers is looking to flip this point in the final hour at 99%, and they held on to the Blizzard, too. That was a really, really good ult fight there from Boppers. That's exactly what they needed.
A really, really good ult fight. Chicken does almost have the high noon, which could be a major ult, but sure, like still holding on to that nano. He's had it for like 2 or 3 fights right now, and is just holding on to it, looking for the perfect time to use it. But slow with the Blizzard, like I said before, fight winning ultimate, unless Kisco is able to alleviate that with his defensive magic. Massive sleep on team though right now.
See if they can try to engage with this. So nice anti coming out. Blizzard not able to get eaten, but it doesn't look like it catches anything. Gino is stunned up, but is able to get out with his life. Chicken's on the flank. It's a huge pick onto the Ana and breaks the Rhine shield. Seeing if they can aggress here, they have all the man advantage that they could possibly ask for. As Viper is just swinging away, finally gets the nano. Cleaning up point here. Chicken does fall, but I don't think it's going to be enough from Painless, as he's just chilling on top of the drum as this map looks to be going the way of Pepega Parrots. Yeah, that was just a big anti. I think the Blizzard just didn't find enough value from Sloth there. Like, yeah, everyone was just able to get out of it.
Yeah, he threw it into basically everyone with movement abilities. Like the Rhine, just charge out there. Lucio with his speed and can go out. Diva with the boosters, yeah. And Pepega, they are looking very good here. Like the walls and the nades have been great. Just walling off the Rhine and then finding a nade onto the Rhine and bursting that Rhine down, that just wins fight. And that coordination to do that is something that Pepega has shown to be doing and is doing well this fight. This like map and stuff.
Okay, so I'm wondering if Bob Burgers is actually gonna. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know if they're gonna stick with the Doomfist or not. Both teams just going back to regular meta here. It is, you know, the best comp in the game for a reason. Both teams, you know, running out. Nothing special quite yet. I'm assuming both teams are gonna play for the high ground. We see Pepega taking the right side opposed to the left here. Not really too much. Nice Maywall coming out, stun onto Viper. Doesn't look like he's gonna get killed. Another big anti onto the Reinhardt. They can collapse him. They can kill him. He's 1 HP. He's so low, not able to fall. Good support work there from the side of Bopper. He says no, does lose his D-Match. They're playing Fortnite right now with the Maywalls. As we see Pepega work their way to a point, get the point presence down first. They do give up high ground. Sherlock gets a pick on the phone once again. That's what you love to see from your Ana. If they can get picks on pretty much anybody, let alone the McCree, that's huge. As they flip the point early. And now they're looking to take control of this map.
Sherlock's nades were actually massive there. Like you said, someone was really low early in the fight because of the nade and alleviating that healing and just not letting them get healing, especially on a major tank like a Reinhardt or Diva, could be really massive. But looks like Viper has a shatter and it could just win them the fight if he gets a massive one, or he could just completely fail.
Nice wall coming out. Silver Arrow not able to get picked. Viper's in the corner. Nice little shatter onto Note and Sloat. They will both fall by Tanakby, and that's a really clean. See, this is this map in particular in Busan is so strong when you have a Mei, because both the chokes they can go through are tiny little doors, and if you have a good Mei player and you're well coordinated, it's very easy to just keep picking them off and off again, which is what Pepega did there. Get the easy dub.
If I was Bot Burgers, I would probably go under, but I don't know. The Blizzard from Tannic can still get a lot of value on the point or in this small corridor.
You just gotta mind game and try to like fake one way, go the other way, try to confuse the Mei.
Again.
Oh, they do use their Mei wall to get through. Not able to find anything though, as the Mei is able to come through. The Mei beating off the wall is pretty good because they're not gonna be able to kill them, but Bob Burgers need to go up there and help his team. Shatter not finding anything, but Viper once again gets a 3K with the Shatter, puts in the Blizzard just for good effect. This bomb's gonna kill everybody, but they already died already. But Viper lapped Silver Arrow with his Shatter, blocked Silver Arrow Shatter, and then shattered 3. Like, that's alpha if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I was watching Viper at the start of the fight. He was like 20% to ult. Just swings like 3 or 4 times, and that's just his ult. That's just right with Reinhardt.
This is really impressive. Ryan, like charging Ryan's ult in this meta is really hard to do. Doing a good job. This Painless is able to touch. Phone does fall. Chicken trying to pull his ult, if he can find anything. Does kill Painless. It's already 64 on to point. Mail comes out. Once again, not going to be able to find anything. Tanakby will probably be able to return to safety. He is. Nano comes out onto Viper. He's swinging away, killing everybody. This stage of Busan is way more one-sided than the first one, as it's all up to stall. Phone unable to find anything with the high noon, just tossing out to see if he can get anything big, but Pepega getting all the kills, and it looks like it's going to go 1-0 to Pepega.
A very dominant Pepega on the second map. This was the Mei. They used the Mei to such great effect there. Like you said before, that map is very Mei dominant, especially those small chokes that you just can't get through without like a counter Mei and like just very good walls from your counter Mei. This is very big Blizzard from Tannic, and it's very well played.
See, this is where you're wondering if you want to do some kind of subs for Bot Burgers, maybe get some different people in, maybe try to play different comps. Because map 1, it was relatively close, but the map 2 wasn't the best showing that we've ever seen from Bot Burgers. They just kind of seemed lost. They lost the first fight, and they just kind of got like out. Their all rotation from Pepega was really strong there on their defense.
Yeah.
Field, so.
Okay, but next map is 2CP escort? No, not escort. Just 2CP.
2CP. So what? That's Anubis. I don't think it changed yet, right?
Yeah. So if I was Bot Burgers, I would probably go Anubis because, like on that second point of Busan, there is a major choke where you have to run through it. On Hanamura, you have to run through that choke, and Maze can just wall you off and just continuously picking you off. And getting continuously picked off is just a waste of time, and nobody wants to do that.
You're just purely based off of the strong Mei play that I'm seeing Pepega. Like, so far Tannic's doing way better on Mei than Sloth has, at least from what I've seen. So I think 2CP will be relatively easy unless Spotburger switches it up, because 2CP, like in specific, like in most points you have to go through a tiny choke to get to where you need to be going. So if Tannic keeps hitting the walls like he's been doing, like they should be able to do a good job here on these maps.
That's why 2CP is so hated. Just so many, just like it's very like a linear map point. Most of like maps, like I've never noticed this till like a month ago. Most of the maps like basically have the same layout, like Paris and Anubis.
You know what they should do? They should add in a game type that's like the opposite of hybrid. Where you push the payload first and then you cap the point.
Yeah, that might be fun.
I don't know. Maybe I should just go work for Blizzard and just add it myself.
And so Anubis, you can actually switch up the comps on Anubis with like a dive comp, and yesterday we saw a Bastion comp on defense. But
Yeah, it's definitely first point of Anubis. You can work something in on attack or defense, but I think second Anubis is going to be hard to win with like anything that's not meta.
but both teams probably mainly just going on the meta, because that's what the meta basically is right now. Meta, best comp in the game. That's why it's the best comp in the game, because you win on it. But Cheese, sometimes it might catch people off target, off
Guard.
Yeah, off guard. Like,
I'm wondering if
just,
we're going to see like a
Widows
Widow or something, because you could see Widows a lot on this map. Junkrats are played a decent amount.
Maybe a Pharah. Oh, phone on the Pharah right. Oh no, Junkyard right now.
So Pepega's defending. Oh, they do the Curry.
Gino's
Junkyard
on
can
the
definitely
brig.
work.
He's
Wait.
walking out. He's locking the brig. He's walking out his phone on you.
I think they might be expecting some kind of dive, so that's a decent pick if you're gonna go.
And they are like locking dive right now. They are locking dive characters.
I'm assuming they're going dive, but they're probably gonna switch off the Junkrat unless they're getting really gritty here. But they're probably gonna switch off of the Junk to maybe a Genji. Oh god, I'm just way too good.
I know phone is good at Pharah, so it wouldn't be too bad if they played Pharah.
Bar could definitely work.
We're just not doing it right now. But Chicken's McCree is pretty good. Can hit a lot of shots and contest the Pharah.
You are coming out on dive, so it's, just trying to set up here, wondering how Buttburgers is going to take this attack. So it's in the back, like getting pressured up by Chicken, forced out to recall early. As Sherlock up here on the high ground is definitely a diveable target if they do see it, as he is getting dove, but Sherlock is just destroying the phone right now. Oh my, he just alpha on him.
Oh my god, Sherlock!
And just Gino does fall though. Viper does fall. This is definitely winnable fight. It's 5v5 because Gino did fall, so it's just Anna heals onto point right now. And it looks like they are doing the wise thing and just bunkering up right now, trying to play super slow because they have the heals, but they don't quite have enough to fight. And they already know that Buttburgers is down phone, but it looks like Buttburgers is trying to engage here again before the bird can get back. Gino gets back just in time. Nice anti coming out onto Viper. Nano not going to do anything through the... Nano the monkey, my bad. Viper does fall. It's a 5v5 onto point, swinging around. Technically getting a huge 2k onto Painless and Phone. So it's got to think that the fight is swaying towards Pepega right now as they get more trades back and forth. But Pepega is definitely has a stronger point presence right now as they do win that. Mainly off the back of that Blizzard, I think.
The Blizzard was used by Mechanic. Using the Blizzard, they were able to find 2 picks, and even though Viper fell, even though Viper fell early, which losing your main tick is never good. Look, to just the 2 picks, were able to even that out and just like let Pepega win the fight. But Pepega has to play more back here because of missing some players still. And
yeah, Buttburgers looks like they're set up pretty decently for a dive here. They're already all split. Silver Arrow is in the back line. Nice anti coming out onto Gino. He's 1 HP. They're not able to find him though. The blade does come out with no nano. You're going to be very hard getting any kind of good kills with the nano or the blade without the nano. No, using his bomb anyway. This is definitely a winnable fight from both sides here. Something what's going to happen. Viper is working his way back to point. Oh, it's a 4v1 pretty much as Viper came in a little too late as Pepega does fall to, what is that, like a monkey ult, bomb, blade,
yeah,
a lot of everything.
This support ults, which I would probably switch right now if I was Buttburgers, because they still have the support ults, and support ults you always say on these supports, you always say on a brig.
Yeah, I definitely would like them to switch right now. It's gonna be hard to find a dive target when they're all so close. You just die, you'll just probably get annihilated if played correctly from Pepega. Chicken falls phone before the fight even starts. Now is the time to be like, alright guys, it's gonna be really hard to dive here. Maybe we need to switch off the Genji Tracer. I don't know if they're gonna do it. They're not holding on to any ults, so maybe they just think dive is good on this point, which it definitely can work. think we saw Toronto do it, and it worked.
Mhm.
But that was like a Doom Sombra dive, not the old classic Genji Tracer.
Chicken, I'm watching Chicken just try to make this jump. Messed up like 10 times in a row.
They're passing to the left side. Viper does follow the low ground, falling really low here. Split from his team as the dive is able to find Viper right away, but Chicken does kill Sloth. But any kill on defense is way more important than offensive kill because of the respawns of 2CP. Note loses his mech, can be really hard for Botburgers to be able to take this point here, and it looks like they are not able to. Even though picks are going back and forth, Shatter coming out hits a bunch of air, but that's okay. As there's just Spartan left onto point, and Pepega deals with him, and like that's it. Like Dive can get picks, but by the time since it's 2CP, Pepega will just be able to come back and stabilize better than Dive can on that last point there. And now you're at the point where oh, we can't. Well, I don't want to switch offside now because now we're coming up on ults, and this is where you get stuck in an endless loop of bad.
Yeah. Chicken actually last fight probably I think he got a 3K, which is Nasu. That's a big flashbang 2 on 3 of them.
They do have the blade. I'd like them to stay for now. It's really hard for them to get anything without the nano sloth. I think that was a one clip on the Chicken. Really there, as it looks like Botburgers is trying to take this chance and push in right now. They do have almost 4 ults to win this fight with. They got to win it right now. If they don't win it right now, I don't know when they're going to win it. As the Primal does come out from Silver Arrow. Oh, does fall in phone. Kisko finds phone with his bomb trades on life for it though, but that might be a decent trade as Gino takes down Painless. Silver Arrow falls shortly after. As the kills are going for Pepega once again, even after using all their ults. I think it's time to switch if you're Botburgers.
Yeah, I think it is time to switch. But if they swapped earlier, technically would not have his Wizard, would not have Chicken, would not have his High Noon, and all the ults from Pepega would not be here.
Okay, they're on the Doomfist and Tracer now. I'm not sure what they're going to try to do with this. Doomfist can definitely work. I guess they're staying on Tracer for the pulse bomb, but that's really going to find any value. But as I say that, he's going to come in and get a 3K with it, so who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
I
didn't know they did swap on. Did they have Blade?
They used it, and he got killed by the bomb. Nice little mail coming out right now, getting a pick on, freezing up that Reinhardt, charge down. That's already a huge piece from Botburgers down. And it's going to be very hard for them in this fight, and it looks like they realize that they're trying to back out early. Chicken getting the exit kill onto phone there. So they have the High Noon coming up here, they have the Shatter coming up here, and there's pretty much only beats for Botburgers here in this. Probably going to be last fight, depending how long they take it. They'll have one fight and then a stagger, or stall fight type of thing.
And the Blizzard, massive from Panic B. Also, the wall, able to wall up the bomb, as well as getting the run kill because of the pin.
They're pathing to the right here from Defender's POV, but this is going to be so hard to push. Look how tiny this choke is. They don't have a May or anything. As long as they don't overextend, as a poor wall from Panic B, this is definitely winnable here. Phone gets stunned up by the Shatter, but beat coming out from Painless to keep his Doomfist alive. Huge anti coming out from, big anti. They're able to push point there. Viper does fall, maintain down for Pepega Parrots, seeing if they're able to turn this one around. Chicken finds phone, another huge pick from Chicken. He's been doing really well this map in specific. It's a 5v5 on to point, but Defender's respawn could be huge. Drop this wall. Bomb does find Silver Arrow as the picks and all the kills are going for the Pepega Parrots right now, as it looks like they're looking to hold the second point here, which is, that's a pretty good. That's pretty good. If you can hold Anubis to 1, it's pretty strong.
Phone just trying to go in there. Yep. Round ends. Pepega should be happy in that hold.
Pepega, Botburgers had 4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5 minutes, but they were stubborn, staying on dive with the dive DPS, and then off that, the dive DPS kind of just wrecked up their ult economy and everything like that, and then that snowballed into a lot of ults, and still not swapping off dive until the final fight there.
They didn't have any time to get any ults for that final fight, and they just kind of lost. But still winnable. We see a lot of teams get full held on Anubis, but I don't know, the way Pepega has been playing, utilizing this May is super strong in this map in specific. I don't think they're gonna get full held, but I don't know. I'm wondering if they're gonna come out with anything else, maybe throw Chicken on the Widow.
Oh, you predicted it.
I don't know, man. I'm just a genius. Widow can work on this point. You just gotta play correctly. pretty much all you just get up on the high ground, you get one pick, your team slams into their team, and you just kind of pincher them. And I mean, it could work. I think. Oh, she
Going
just
on the
did not.
Junkrat though, instead
I like
of the
that.
May.
I don't love it, but I feel like a lot of teams, especially in this elo, don't really know how to play against a Junkrats. I mean, even in pros, like you see pros struggle with Junkrats too. Just the constant spam and constant pressure and traps everywhere and mines flying, booping you around. It's definitely hard to deal with. So they're going with that. It can definitely
And
work.
Bone is a pretty good Junkrat. I've seen him play Junkrat. He is pretty good, especially but against the Widow, the range and the ability to hit from the range against the Widow, they just you can't do anything against the Widow. And the Diva, as good as Kizzo, able to eat a lot of those mines,
They're
a
able
lot
to
of
push
those.
through. Oh, Chicken gets up onto the high ground, spotted out quickly by Note. Looks like he's going to be forced off that high ground there. Good job by Note. Forcing the 4v5 in here, or 5v5. I think Pepega should realize this. They traded a Widow for a Diva. They should be able to win this fight here. They need to go aggro right now. A little bit slow. Are they able to get any kills here? Note falling out. Gets D-Mech. Silver Arrow frozen up. It's definitely still winnable fight for Pepega, as Silver Arrow does fall shortly after as they have a D-Mech. The Ana falls right after that too, and it kills from Pepega as the Note had a good plan. He forced the Widow off a high ground there, but the second he did that, he should have went right back to his team. Because trading a Diva for a Widow is not good. Because what Pepega did right there, they steamrolled over Bot Burgers. Really good recognizing that.
A lot of that brawl potential, a lot of the shield breaking comes with a Diva, and once your Diva Diva's just not in the fight anymore, your Ryan shield, other team's Ryan shield just doesn't go down, and the Ryan can just play as safe as he wants. But he didn't because they knew they didn't have a Diva, and the brawl and the damage from Diva just isn't coming out there.
Oh, Tire coming in, probably going to find two here. That's going to be the fight there from Pepega. He's trying to back out here. That's pretty much the only ult that Botburgers had, plus the High Noon. So you used Nano. That's about it from Pepega. You still got another 520 on the clock. Probably, if you want to switch off the Widow. I mean, the Widow can definitely find value here on second point. But I don't know. I wouldn't be too worried. They have Shatter, Bomb, Beat, Blizzard coming in for this next fight. They should be fine unless Note pops up. And because the Divas are just spamming emotes at each
lines. Kisco does have the bomb. Combo with the Shatter can just win this fight.
Bomb coming into the back line, not finding anything. Oh, we do see the Blizzard coming up shortly after. I don't think it's going to find anything either. 2 kills from Pepega right at the beginning of the fight. Beat a little late from Painless. I'm not sure if he had it online for the Blizzard. They C9 point.
They just didn't.
Unlucky, but they probably weren't going to win that anyway. But another just dominance from Pepega here.
How much did they cap with 430 left? Just dominance from Pepega, like you said.
Oh, break play? Let's go.
The play of the game, what?
Wait, this guy's goated. This guy actually might be the best break in the entire league, including advanced.
Oh, wait. He missed the bash. Play the game.
All right, so now a little bit of halftime break. Buffers, they got to go back to the drawing board. Again, it just comes down to, I don't know if they don't have a good May player or they're too stubborn to play May, but that's just clearly why Pepega keeps winning. Is that not only do they have a better May, but they're just playing May.
Yeah,
they play May forehead and you win pretty much, unless it's countered by another May. That's just how the game is right now.
But when Hero Band comes out, you don't have to play May anymore.
I guess Bopburgers are preparing for next week when May is banned.
But they should be in the present, in the moment, wanting to win this game. They might have done this game might not be winnable, but I don't know. So
they're putting in my homie on Mike. Let's go. Put in Squirrelben, man.
I kind of want to see Squirrelben play. Yeah.
I want Squirrelben in.
Or CAD. I know CAD's a good.
I want them both in. I feel like you gotta try this. You gotta switch up something. Of course, it's easy to say as cast just put them in, but we don't know how much they've been coming to scrims. Don't know how they've been doing in scrims. So obviously, what?
I was about to say that I don't understand why Bopburgers picked King Zero, but they swapped it to Eichenwald's.
Oh, maybe we're gonna see the Sloth Farah. Definitely pretty strong Farah.
Yeah, but Chicken Tannic B Farah might be better than Sloth Farah, and Chicken DPS might be better than Probably better than
Mechanic B might be the worst Pharah I've ever seen, so I don't know if that's true.
who's not worse than my Pharah kid, dude.
Seeing if All Might can make the difference here on Eichenwald.
Mhm.
I think, I don't know. I'm assuming they chose this map because I didn't want to deal with a May or something. Okay.
Sherlock is trash talking his own teammate.
Trash talking his kill manager. Speaking of that, where is Shazilla, dude?
He's not. Okay. I don't know where Shashil is.
He looks like he's inactive on this Pepega as he was on the other Pepega, so.
Was he
Seems
actually
about
inactive,
right.
or is that just a meme?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but yes. Pretty much for I don't even remember the time frame at this point, but it was like 4 to 5 to 6 weeks ish. Like Snowman was pretty much our manager, and anytime we were scrimming, we just saw Shash playing League of Legends or something. But that's okay.
why
'cause,
we beat you in week 6.
I think that was. I actually don't even know if that was before or after he went in. No, that was before, because him and Snowman were the people who fluffed the whole grape cake situation.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That's
we were
your-
mentally
oh,
boomed.
Sherlock
Oh my!
off the map. And chicken.
Wait, this is huge for Bopper to see if they're able to capitalize off this right now.
And Geno's, what the heck?
I don't know what Pig is doing. They're choking. They're gonna go reverse flip now. They're crumbling at the seams,
Mhm.
tearing at the seams, crumbling like a cookie.
Phone looks like playing the Pharah instead of slow
Phone on
Pharah.
the far. Okay.
I watching Phone and Pugs, his Pharah was really good, but it might just because he was in novice Pugs, but I don't know.
Payless is onto the Mercy. Like to see that as Pepega realizes they have a forest, so Chicken needs to get off this high ground. Trying to play a little bit more behind, more natural cover, more behind your shield, get some more area so the phone doesn't just kind of destroy you with a few bobs. Nice wall onto All Might, trying to survive, doing a decent job of doing it. Viper does take him down, but it doesn't look like he just had the help from his team there. Gets res. Sloth actually falls while that res was happening. Two Chicken, another huge Maywell coming out. As everybody's frozen, Tanakby does not want to let the tanks play the game. As Chicken gets another pick, and it looks like back to the drawing board. That's a nice pick there. It's gonna be a long respawn. If Boppers can regroup here fast, then they could probably take the 65 here.
Kisco is stuck in here, but he's doing a very good job of contesting the Pharah. The Pharah is like really low. But
Look
Chicken,
at the health bars on Bopburgers are extremely low as Spartan is able to return, heal them up. Really, okay, both Nanos have the nano here. Again, I think it's whatever Nano wants to nano first. Look for an anti. We do see that coming from Bopburgers. All Might gets frozen with the nano, but he has so much healing. He's not going to die. Phone gets a huge 2K. Gets taken down by Kisco. Sloth gets res as Bopburgers is looking to take control of this point. And maybe the pharmacy is the key here.
Kisco 5 health. Oh. Even spamming the emotes when he's team backed. That's dedication there. But ults coming on from both sides. Tanakby using the barrage. Oh no, not barrage. Using the blizzard, which is one of the best ults in the game. Chicken, what a pick! He's like, what happened?
Chicken is popping on the Kree right now. I love it. Well, it's coming down. You gotta wait some time for this drawbridge to open. Pulling up the high noon, Chicken on the H. That is a very easy choke to just run around a wall. So, not gonna find anything there. Still a lot of ults coming from both sides. No waving at the Kree on the high ground, seeing what they want to do. The Pharah is going super aggro. Leaves their Mercy behind. Does get connected up there. Kisgo pushing down the Pharah, kind of denying a lot of space from Phonenhouse. He goes into the castle, which is interesting. Huge shatter from Viper. Love to see it. Establish dominance once again. All Might just kind of had so much pressure on him there. Oh, slipped off the map.
Oh, yep. Oh, but Kisco gets the credit. What?
Yeah, I mean, he booped him.
That's true. But ults, only one ult coming out from either side. No, actually two. But because Chicken wasted his time.
Oh my
gosh!
I might be crazy, but I think Gino might have connected a bunch of his Lucio orbs, whatever you call them, on him. But I'm actually not sure. But once again, phone taken down, still staying on the far. Huge anti coming in. Notes trying to escape. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. The bomb over the wall does kill Sloth. Viper takes down Painless shortly after. as Bob Burgers is forced into their spawn, seeing how Pepega wants to play this, if they want to get a little bit of a little cocky, a little BM, maybe push their spawn. Does get to pick onto the Baby Diva. These are huge staggers right now.
Viper's really low right now.
Oh, Kizgo gets team back. He was kind of 1v6ing in their spawn, so maybe not the wisest decision there.
They could turn this fight with the Blizzard, which they're looking to do.
Oh, he uses it, but it gets stunned. There's like no damage to follow up on this Blizzard now. Oh, that's not what you want to see from Pepega as they're forced to back up now. Bomb coming in, not pretty easily blocked there from Viper. Gino runs back to his team as Pepega is looking to regroup. Push this point here as Viper's kind of by himself, blocks the stun, which is, pretty good. High noon coming out. Oh, 2 picks there from Boppers as it looks like they're going to be able to push through this tough choke, but Pepega will, of course, get a second fight here. Kizgo's on the Orisa.
He's on Orisa? What?
I don't know if this is a strat or they're just trying to flex on the Boppers.
It's probably just to get a pull off the map.
Maybe. Yeah, he might be going for that, but I mean, Boppers still have a pretty healthy time bank pushing this here. They still have 2 minutes on this this bridge phase.
Right, sure.
Backline phone gets Nano a little bit late, trades back and forth. Rez does come out onto the far as the Boppers do have the man advantage currently. Shatter on to Viper, unable to get killed currently. Oh my, huge shatter, but no one's there to clean it up. Oh, that's what we call a tofu shatter in the industry, where you're 1v6ing and you're like, oh wait, my team's dead, but you don't realize that, so you just shatter and like, wait, I am dying.
You'd be like, big shatter.
Not great. I mean, Boppers is rebounding decently well from the first 2 maps as they have 3 minutes to push this last one to Eichenwald, so they have a chance to get a healthy time big. Why
did Kizgo swap to Orisa and then just swap right back?
It might have been for a pull off the map. You might have actually got that right on the head there. Anti not finding anything as Pepega's trying to hold the ground right here. But they have the chance to play around the corner a bit. Notice Tanikby's ult. Viper does get to pick onto Soth. They might not even need the Blizzard here, as like something I was about to say is Tanikby's looking, with the walls and the freezes looked a little weaker on this map than we've seen before, and throwing the Blizzard into a Diva's, her little defense matrix isn't great, but they're able to still win the fight.
What actually happened there was, Mike heard the Blizzard was going off, didn't realize that it was going to be eaten, so charged out of there, but left his team to die.
Oh.
Which is kind of unfortunate.
But, still decent amount of ults here. You do see from Bopburgers, phone's on the Torb. I love to see it. They have 3 ults trying to push through this choke. That could be a huge Diva bomb. Running to the backline, not able to find anything. Does destroy the barrier for Viper. Fomar can he's not gonna be able to charge the shatter fast enough, but Tanikby does fall while everybody's in in a fray right there. Is Viper? Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the flank shatter, but he does peek out trying to help his team. You see a rally coming out from Gino here, trying to get his team nice and healthy as they are looking to go aggro here. Kind of stop the aggro with the High Noon, forcing them back. That's a bunch of free space bought by that High Noon. Shatter not able to find anything but the Torb, but he's in a pretty safe location. Nano onto Mike. That Shatter will find nothing, but he is Nano, so you can probably just swing and destroy everybody right now. Viper does fall. Kills are going for the side of Bop Burgers. Kizzo drops the bomb onto point. Gets 2! I don't know how that killed 2. Is just sitting on point. I don't think they were hiding behind the payload where, like, Sloth just kind of died to that, where I think if he crouched, he might have survived. I'm actually not sure what happened there. But that's a huge 2 picks there from a pretty much remake bomb from Kizgo.
Oh, stagger onto the Baby Diva as well.
He gets hammered.
And then he gets hammered.
But here's the thing, does the hammer really count if it's on a Baby Diva?
I don't think it is. I don't think it does.
I want to see it on like a Kree or like a Lucio or an Ana, But with the healthy time like they had, Bopburger still has one more fight here. They do have the Torb ult, which, probably the best ult in the entire video game by far. They have the bomb, looking to engage with Beat here. Molten Core going into the backline, but the Blizzard is just so much better. Bomb not finding anything, but no kills really going from either side. Not to use a bunch of ults. Kills drop straight down onto the Molten Core, falling pretty low, but his supports are able to keep him up. Phone does fall shortly after. 5v6 onto point. Mike finding an equalizing kill onto Gino, but Defender's respawn is in favor of Pepega. Pepega.
Oh, Chicken finds the hammer on the
As I
Spartan.
said, he found the hammer onto someone that wasn't a baby Diaz. A nice 3rd-point hold there from Pepega, but I mean, overall, not a bad point, not a bad push from Bot Burgers based on their first 2 maps. You know, it was pretty strong. It's definitely winnable here for Bot Burgers.
That bomb, seemingly like a remake bomb, is able to just pull the fight back from Kisco there. Without that remake bomb, Pepega probably loses and probably plans to play more of this game, which I don't think they want to do right now. Yeah.
Sorry.
This game's tilting.
I kind of lost my train of thought. What were you saying?
Yeah. Phone probably gonna go far again.
Yeah, they found a lot of success with the Pharah until the 3rd point where they kind of can't run Pharah because it's too closed and they kind of just get PP done. Oh, the J still maybe.
Wait, why is Genos on Monkey?
Wait.
I don't think they can't solve mid map, right? Is that?
No.
Yeah, can't.
Actually, I think can they?
I don't know, but eventually Viper goes back onto the Monkey like normal. Sherlock actually on that map.
They
Probably
also
gonna
cannot
swap
swap
off.
mid-map, by the way. Just,
They can't.
So if they got into the tank slot, they have to play tank. It's just basically like that.
Okay.
Phone back on the Junkrat actually instead of the Pharah. I feel like Pharah.
I don't.
Probably
Okay, I was
better
gonna
choice,
say.
but-
I was confused why they were running the Monkey with the comp, but okay, they do switch back to pretty much meta, but with a better version of Kree with the Torb. Oh my god, that's a ton of damage already, right out of spawn. Phone already 30% to his ult. But you know, decent heals there from Pepega, I guess. Get the low charge, nice wall on the ult Mike, but Viper's 1 HP just get picked. Huge anti coming out from Spartan, trying to save his tank and at the same time killed the enemy tank and May. Really good play there from Spartan. As Spartan will fall shortly after to Kisgo, but I don't think it matters too much. As he'll probably be able. Actually, I don't know. That actually might be huge because I think Burgers might be able to push in here, but we'll see. I mean, Pepega might be able to push in with
Chicken swaps back
Spartan.
to McCree.
Oh,
Torb is basically a better McCree. It's McCree, but twice with an aimbot.
true. Pepega going super aggro onto the right side of point here. No one really falling quite yet. A little bit of ebb and flow we see here. Nice little answer coming onto note. Return for Viper so low as they do get 2 picks already for Bot Burgers, as it looks like it's going to be another successful defense here.
Gucio might actually be Painless won. He's anti-1 able to get out eventually.
I just think Pepega isn't taking this serious enough. Like they're kind of just like flaunting around. They're not really trying as hard. Which, I mean, if you could do it and win, that's fine. But it might be hard, and that's how you get reverse swept. Not thinking it's gonna happen, but Sloth with the high noon, not able to find anything. As they see Pepega slowly work their way to point, they don't really have anything. They have the high noon and the nano. Nano coming out first for Bot Burgers. Viper is slept. The tire takes down Kisgo, and again, all the kills for Bot Burgers. As they're finally turning this one around. Maybe it's all Mike. Maybe they're just playing better as a team, but they're doing way better right now.
Chicken actually does find Spartan at the end, which actually is massive. They go on here quickly. I'm liking. They go on there quickly. Massive. No heals with the Ana. Only Lucio heals. Yeah.
They are pushing their way to point here. Tanuki getting a huge pick on the solo before the fight pretty much even starts. Counter shatter onto All Might, gets antied and destroyed as it looks like Pepega is finally able to capture this first point, but they got a long way to go if they want to get to where Bopper is finished. But, you know, it took them long enough, but they were able to take it. Nice little outplay by Viper.
They
where
actually did it with
they did it with just shatter.
like
And-
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Second.
okay, yeah.
They do have 5 ults to push
Blizzard
through
for 10.
here.
Might be
Raise
absolutely
back and
massive.
forth. I think Pepega might have been overextending a bit there and kind of getting picked off before the team was able to help them. Strawbridge takes a while to open up, so Bot Burgers have a better chance of holding us. They're able to set up pretty decently on this defense here, as Pepega was kind of staggered a bit on their defense to this point. So, but Pepegas have 5 ults coming in, and we see a no little check mark from the side of Bot Burgers. But they might not even need anything. As Tenny gets a huge pick onto Sloth, deciding how fast they want to win the fight, if they choose to invest any ults or not. Looks like they're content to just pushing this cart nice and slow. No one's even contesting it right now because they are down a man. Maywell coming out from Tanek, not quite able to find anything. Gino gets antied, using the beat with the blizzard. Does able to get painless. It's a nice little blizzard. If you could kill the Lucio right there, big beat to keep his team alive. As they are just again, kills are all going for the Pepega right here. As they're looking to make their final push over the bridge, which can definitely be a tough one to do on this map.
Yeah, could be tough. But they do have the ults from Sherlock with the Nano, and Kisco has the bomb, but I don't think they're going to actually be able to touch.
Yeah, I don't know. The Diva decided to 1v1 the Mei in the backline. Oh my, that's huge. I don't know what Note was doing and why he thought he could win a 1v1 with the Mei as a Diva, but that's not what you want to see. And Tyre's invested too. Oh, it's going. It's zooming in. Oh, it's destroyed. I don't really know what Bot Burgers is doing right now. They had such a good first point hold, and now they're crumbling like the wall in front of us right now. Seeing quite what they're doing. I don't know. They just need to focus back up. This is about the same time bank that Bot Burgers had. They're about like 20 seconds more, maybe. So, I mean, if you're able to get hold for 3 minutes, you can hold down for 3 minutes. But nice anti coming out onto Pepega, as Bot Burgers are finally able to win a team fight after not winning any for a while here. But, you know, this is how you start the defense, you know. Get one good team fight win, and you just kind of hold sturdy.
Yeah, that's what you do. But Kisco, a lot of ults coming out here actually from Pepega, with the Diva Bomb and the Nano and the Shatter. That combo could just win them here, especially at this point. A lot of Shatters and a lot of good bomb spots here. And the Mei. Oh, big
that's
wall.
a nice wall using the bomb and the beats to push in here. They gotta go aggro. They have the beats. They beat it, and then they didn't do anything with it. Nice Shatter, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Mei ult is just way better. Shatter coming out from Viper this time, but he's actually able to follow up. Bomb into the backline. Does find All Might. And once again, kills are on the side up of Peg, as I think they used their ults way better than Bot Burgers did there. The Bot Burgers beat it and then just kind of sat there. They got Blizzard. And that was a really good Shatter from All Might, but it didn't look like his DPSs were in position to kind of help him out there. So, one fight here, 2 minutes, seeing if Bot Burgers is able to clutch this one out for the boys. And the girls, of course. A huge stun coming onto Viper. A little bit of a late beat from Gino, but nice anti onto Painless, and they're both 1 HP. They both fall. They might see 9 here. No one's on card. Sloth does able to touch card here. Following shortly after. All the kills are Pepega tired, not good enough. And we see a 3-0 for Pepega Parrots, getting the dub.
Just like, looks like on last map a little bit of like not trying hard enough, but eventually able to just win. And Viper with the play of the game on Reinhardt, probably a Shatter. Definitely a Shatter.
Oh, so where he got froze, and I was really a Shatter from All Might there, but yeah, no one was there. And then he's like, you know what? Here's my Shatter, and I just, you know, pretty much whenever you're a Ryan gonna die to Blizzard, might as well throw out your Shatter to maybe help yourself. But not All Might really couldn't do anything there.
Would you guys like to interview anyone from Pepega Parrots? And if so, who?
Who do you want, Tyranitar?
I don't really care. I feel like we should do Chicken since he's unbanned now.
Who do we know who's gotten the interview for their team yet?
Chicken's been banned for like 3 weeks.
All right, well we can get Chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring him in right now.
Oh, excuse me. Tyranitar, you want to ask the first question?
Sure.
Me for the view.
Oh, hi, Chicken.
Okay, excuse me. Well, I typed in me for the view. Alright.
Okay.
Hi.
First of all, well played. A good game there.
I had 2 hammer kills. Alright.
2 ever kills. One of them was on a baby diva.
Okay, that's
Who cares? Okay. But first, how does it feel to be unbanned and like back to be playing in League 0 again? Just like
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. It's a good way to start off. Getting a dub. So. Yeah.
What do you think was the major difference here? Because you know your team Pepega looked pretty strong over Bot Burgers. What do you attribute that to?
So basically, we just want to have fun, and it didn't really matter. Like, this league's just fun. Like, we're just trying to have a fun season, and we're just not taking it like too seriously to the point where like everybody's getting mad that we lose. We just don't care. We just like want to have fun.
That's
So-
good. I like that mentality. I like it.
Yep, and we're
Mhm.
getting someone on our roster, pretty sure. Hold
Oh, leaks.
on, one second. I gotta. Where's Penguin? Wait. Keep going.
And so, how does it feel to just
Yep, we're signing him.
what? Okay,
Sorry.
like your team, you did really well. Like, do you think it was more your team playing like really good, or just Bob Burgers being not the best, or just like both in general? And like, where do you think you'd rank yourself in Inter right now?
Well, from my perspective, top because it's bias. Like you can't really ask that.
Where would you rate Bob Burgers? How about that?
Bob
Mhm.
Burgers, okay, they have potential. Like their team has potential. I'm proud of where they're going. And yeah,
All right.
with Jemima as the manager, he's a really good manager, and I have faith in him. So
We did see you pull up the Torb, as you mentioned yourself. Is that something that we can look forward to seeing in future matches? Maybe.
they yelled at me for it, but I said no. So
I
they
hope
yelled
we
at
can
me
see the
because I blocked the
chicken Torb.
Torb, and I want to play Torb. So let me play Torb.
Urban is literally a better McCree. It's McCree times 2. But yeah, just
Yep, we picked
lastly,
up Jeff. All right.
lastly, if you could say who would be your MVP of the season and of this game, who would you say?
Of the season?
Like just either, both, like so far.
Of this game?
Mhm.
Kids go for in-game leading.
Yes, sir. Oh wait, I have a question. So on Eichenwald's second, he kind of swapped to Arisa for like a fight.
Yeah. Okay. He does this every time. He tries to go for a pull, but we just weren't ready for
That's
it.
what we
and
thought.
then,
That's what we thought, and then he just swooped back over. All right, I don't have any more questions unless you do turn.
So yeah, check
Yeah, I
the
don't have any
team announcements.
questions.
Is all I'm saying, boys.
Team announcements.
Enter
Do
team
you
announcements.
have
Go.
Jeff now?
Oh,
Yeah, what the boss said.
Yeah, what the boy said.
oh, looks
Alright.
strong.
So yeah,
All right,
You're off.
chicken.
See you later.
Goodbye, chicken.
I'm vibing in here for as long as possible.
Okay.
Well,
I guess I'll stay until it gets kicked. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching week 6, Intermediate A. We see, my old team Pepega kind of taking the 2 bot burgers a little bit there. Pretty proud of my team there. It was a little bit of a stomp at the beginning, but they came back. Bot burgers, gained maybe a little bit of respect from me on Eichenwald there, but not a bad team for sure. Pretty good game overall. Anything else you want to say before we sign out, Terminator?
Not really, but yeah, not really.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Is any other game being streamed? There is a game, Yoink versus Powerhouse. Oh wait, no, that's later. There's double cap versus Vitalize is being streamed.
I'm
If
pretty
you
sure
guys
all
want to hit
games are
over
being
there,
streamed right now, actually.
are they? The DK versus CC. But anyway, if the double cap game is being streamed, go check that out. We do have more intermediate games at 8:00. Feel free to come back, and it's all from me. Terminator, you want to close this? You want to say goodbye? Thank you to the
Yeah.
boys.
See ya, everyone. That was a fun game to watch and everything. See ya.
Dope.
Bye.